Dracula has become more health conscious in his old age, and as a result, he's decided to substitute one of his favorite foods for a low calorie imitation made from oils. He claims he can hardly tell the difference, though, and I suppose that's why they call it I Can't Believe It's Not Blood, or welcome to the stream. Oh. Waiting for groans, Jelly says. Oh, welcome in, my friends. I hope you're doing well today. I'd like to welcome everyone. Loyal to Soil, you are first in chat tonight, Loyal. Pleasure to have you here with us. Black Fox, good to see you as well. Slow on the draw today, no worries. I showed up late as well. My dinner ran a little bit late, and so everything had to be pushed back slightly. But here we are, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to make any promises I can't keep, but maybe the stream will last a little longer since it started later. Jelly, good to have you in chat, of course. Jump King is back on the menu. I'm surprised you're excited for that. I'm hopeful. I want to do well in Jump King, but I feel like it's kind of painful to watch, right? Itarama, welcome in, Itty, and thank you for the positivity. I was lurking in your stream before, and congratulations on a new torch only PB. I didn't actually see whether or not you made it. Did you make it to the end, or did you run out of time? You said you were. I saw you on. I watched a little bit of you on the last level, but about the time that I had to step away, you said you were running short on real life time. But either way, just making it to the last level with only the torch is a phenomenal accomplishment in and of itself, because that game is so terribly brutal. Not so terrible. It sounded like I was going to say so terrible. I would never say that about my favorite game. Rewindings for losers. Welcome in, Rewinding. Hey, Frownie. Hey, chat. I hope you're all good. I'm going to lurk tonight. My back is only allowing me to lie down tonight. Well, I'm really grateful that you're here, Rewinding, and I'm sorry to hear about your back, but I hope that some rest does it well. For what it's worth, I had a warehouse job a long time ago, and I really loved the work of it, but moving boxes around all the time was terrible for my back. And I found that doing some yoga stretches regularly really helped with that. I mean, I don't know if you're in the market for advice, and I don't know what good it might do you, but just that's my 2 cents on the subject of back pain. What worked for me was looking up and regularly practicing some yoga stretches. Thank you for the magic bean, Loyal. We'll have some of that. And cows are important. Welcome in, cows. Good to have you here. Blackhawk says, I was lurking on the channel to a blank screen since 1040. I appreciate your dedication, Black Fox. I did not make it. Ran out of continues and time. I'm sure you will. So I have done a one loop with the torch once myself, a very long time ago, and it took me a long while to get it. So I know your struggle, and I'm certain that you're gonna get it eventually. That's dedication. All right, let's have a bean. Hopefully the bean will be a good omen for tonight. We'll have a good bean, and that will mean a good stream. I kind of doubt it's going to be good though if the bean is an omen, because the games I've picked are awfully punishing. We're running low on beans in this pack. It feels like there's 1, 2, maybe 4 left. Maybe 5. Something like that. And we just had this bean the other day. This is the brown bean. This is chocolate or dog food. I got dog food last time, so let's see how it goes. I got dog food again. I believe that Cows has said that the dog food bean is the worst bean. And I've previously said that it wasn't all that bad, but I may need to amend my opinion. Oh. Well, there's a good preview of what Agent Frownie's going to be feeling like for most of the stream. Oh. Travesty Junction, welcome in, Travesty. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I hope you're doing well. I'm I'm recovering from a terrible dog food jelly bean. Oh, that was really bad. I think that they're worse. I feel like they are. I feel like they're worse when I eat them on a fuller stomach. And since I've eaten more recently, it hits me a little harder, I think. I don't know. I don't know why that would be. I don't know why that would be the case. Pookie Stan, good to see you. I missed the horrifying bean. If only I could have missed it. I'm sure there will be many other terrible beans in my future. You know, hopefully not too many of them tonight, but as the stream goes on, there will be plenty of opportunity. Oh. Cow says, sorry, that's not something I'd wish to sway people to my opinion on. I'm a bit more in line with you there, though. The dog food bean, it's badness. It's weird. How do you, like, when there's something that, like, when there's something you don't like very much, but then you slowly start to like it more, you say it's growing on me. What is the term for, like, when you are lukewarm on something and then it slowly gets worse for you? It's shrinking on me. That bean is not growing on me. It's shrinking on me. Withering, it's withering on me. It's parasitic. Shrinking is good too. I actually like withering better. I feel like that's a more creative word. The aversion is growing. Yeah, the aversion is growing. I'm making liver tomorrow. Liver and onions. I know that liver can be really good for you, and it's a fairly cheap meat from what I understand. I could be wrong about this, but I believe I've read that it's pretty good for you, and it's pretty cheap as meats go. But learning to cook it well and appreciate it can be a challenge for a lot of people. And so I've been tempted to try my hand at cooking and enjoying liver, but at the same time I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared because of its reputation. Plucking liver off of the liver trees is a good pastime. Liver's really good when it's boiled, Boyle says. Oh, all right. So I want to move toward getting our games underway. I got 2 games planned for tonight, so we're gonna work on at least 2, and they're a challenge. They are Haunted Castle and Jump King. I've worked on them a little bit both on stream before, but in the case of both, we're starting fresh because of where we've ended up. Haunted Castle, if you don't know, Haunted Castle is an arcade version of Castlevania. It's really clunky. It's super difficult. The last time I played it, I made it to level 3 and just hit a stone wall and could not make any progress on level 3. And there is a very good chance that we will repeat that tonight. I'm hoping I can make it to level 3 again, but even if I can, I'm really doubtful that I can learn to make progress. That game is hard. And then after that, we're going to move on to Jump King. Which, again, we've played Jump King for a few hours, but we're at the beginning because it's very easy to erase your progress in Jump King, and that's exactly what I have done. Alright, so let me... see if I can find the game. I don't remember if I had to change my controls for it or not. But Haunted Castle is up first. I've got it selected here. We'll get rid of this music and this ghost face. That's an omen of what I expect. My face with my spirit exiting my body. Kind of expect that's what things might be like for me. Here we are. What's Jump King? Jump King is an indie game. It's a platform game that's all about climbing. You need to climb from platform to platform, but the trick of it is that if you miss a jump, you erase minutes or hours of progress. It's very punishing. I saw another streamer playing a little bit of it a long time ago and thought, that kind of torture, that looks like the kind of thing I would enjoy. Oh, and you said liver and onions. I just like it a lot. I was never a picky eater. I'm a tremendously picky eater. Tremendously picky. Lester the Unlikely. I haven't played that game, but I'm a little bit familiar with it. I didn't really think of it as a jumping type game. Something tells me if a Belmont smashed a wall and found a hidden wall liver, they'd probably be conflicted about it. Wall liver. Similar design philosophy to Getting Over It. I suppose. Getting Over It I'm actually less familiar with. It's unlikely that it'll be a good game, Jelly says. Platformer, just a slow one. Okay, jump, attack. Ooh, that's not acceptable. We're going to have to change that. Start is on the right. Add credits is on the left. Options. Okay, first thing up, button settings. Oh, it's already been changed. Okay. So attack is Y and jump is B. That's what we have to have. Add credits and start. I don't remember if I was playing this with the SNES controller before. I think I might have been. I might want to go back to that too. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to switch to the SNES controller real quick. I hope it has battery. Yeah, looks good. I'm more of a Bubsy guy, though. You like Bubsy? Oh, man. Bubsy. I haven't played Bubsy since I was a kid. I thought it was kind of a rough game, personally. I have Bubsy. So I played it on the Super NES. My cousin had it when I was young, and I would play it with him. And I found it to be really difficult. I have a copy of it now on the Genesis, but I don't think I've ever played the Genesis version. And I think I have Bubsy 2 on the Super Nintendo. Okay, so this is good. So, back? Yeah. Create interrupt save data. I think that means like a save state. We don't want that. It's a little loud, maybe. Is this the new Battlefield? Alright. We're gonna crank our credits up. Excuse me. You rented Bubsy all the time as a kid. Alright, we got 90 credits. Let's see how far we can get on 90 credits. It's very similar to the opening of Ghosts and Goblins. It's been a couple months since I played this. Let's see how much I remember. The first stage I would say is very learnable. Everything seems to happen in mostly predictable ways. And you can kind of memorize what's coming up. I don't know if I can say that for the second or third levels. Whoa. Okay, there we go. There's the first sub-boss. You have a Bubsy shrine now. So you're a super fan. Right on. Hey, I might not like Bubsy as much as you do, but no worries, because I get what it's like to really like a game that no one else likes very much, or not very many people like very much. I'm a huge fan of Castlevania 64. And everyone thinks I'm a maniac for that. Death number 1. back to this wall. I talked about level 3. Level 3 being like encountering a stone wall. And here we are at the level 1 sub-boss is literally a stone wall. But it's not as bad as what's waiting for us. And he says, if one is a shrine to Bubsy, would that make them a Bubsicko fan? what a pun. If I have a shrine to Castlevania, does that make me a Castle Maniac? Castlevania 64 is a good game with a lot of flaws. I generally agree with that statement. I don't... I don't necessarily consider everything that other people consider flaws of the Castlevania 64 to be flaws. And even the flaws it has don't bother me as much as they seem to bother other people. I know Castlevania 64's got a terrible camera, but every early Nintendo 64 game has a terrible camera pretty much. The controls are stiff and delayed and clunky, but I mean the controls in the original Castlevania on the NES are stiff and delayed and clunky, so it's a perfect translation. Every enemy in this game takes so much health. The life bar. This game has one of the most deceptive life bars of any game. Because you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I can take a lot of damage, so I can make some mistakes and I'll be okay. And that is not in any way true. Because so many enemies drain up to half your health with a single hit. This is bad. I need to be taking these bats out before the boss comes to life. No good. I still can't beat it. Castlevania 64, it's pretty rough. It's not an easy game by any means. I feel like I got really lucky with it. Because I've heard a lot about how the very final boss of the game is super difficult. And I don't know, like, if I glitched it or cheesed it or what, but I didn't have a very hard time with the last boss personally. Body Harvest has an okay camera? I haven't played Body Harvest. I'll have to trust you on that one for now. Ah. Eddie said, "Oh, Eddie said I can't think of any third-person N64 game with good cameras." I need these hearts. All those numbers on the wall are in the 90s, because that's how many lives it takes to beat this boss. That's how many quarters you're gonna waste on the arcade machine. What is the timing for this? I can't seem to get it. Oh. I let my attention wander. No. Look at that. Two hits from the wall and you're wiped out. So one thing about this game is, like, you attack with this whip, and the whip has a pretty good reach, but only the end of the whip is actually active for dealing damage. So if an enemy is too close to you, if it's inside your whip, then you can't take it out. Basically, you see how, like, the end of the whip is kind of a lighter color? Only that lighter colored portion does damage. Kind of lucky there. That's a very important thing to learn about how the whip works, though, because there are a lot of enemies like these bats that can easily get inside your range to where you can't hit them. Oh, I went too early. Oh. The first time I ever tried this game, I grinded this level so long and struggled with this boss so much that by the end I was able to get here without taking any damage up until I got to the boss. Victory! Master Tuesday, welcome to the stream, Tuesday. I don't mean to be rude, but Haunted Castle looks an awful lot like a knockoff Castlevania. Is this Donkey Kong? I think Konami will be very upset to hear you say that, Tuesday. How dare he? We worked hard on this game. What hurt me? I don't understand. I jumped. There was nothing above me. Donkeyvania. I know we don't want to go down there. No. All things considered, we actually made it to this level pretty quickly. I don't know if it's fair to say that this game is poorly designed. It's very difficult and clunky and in an unfair way in a lot of places. But the thing is that it's intentionally unfair because it's an arcade game. Like, they want it to drain your quarters, so if bad design is what they were going for, can you call it bad design? If they wanted it to be unfriendly to the player in ways that don't seem fair, and then it is, I mean, they succeeded, right? I did look up the speedrun for this game. I didn't watch the speedrun, but I looked up. I think it's about 11 minutes long. So we're not dealing with a terribly long game. So far as content is concerned. Looking up Haunted Castle's Wikipedia page, it all makes sense now. I haven't read all the details about it because I would worry something like that would spoil something for me. But I was curious enough to know how long does it take a pro to beat this game. Whoa. But I mean, of course, we're gonna have like the perfect storm of difficulty because the thought process that goes into making this game is like, all right, we need we want to take Castlevania, one of the toughest NES games out there, and we want to make an arcade version that will be hard enough to steal your quarters. And so it's like they've got the motivation to take such a difficult game and then make it even harder. Of course it would end up like this. No. Yeah, again though, I have to give it credit. The game, most areas of the game that I've played through do seem to be very learnable, at least. Like things happen in a very in a fairly reliable and predictable way. Or if you memorize what's going on. This clock is just the thing you need. If you can memorize what's going on, then it gives you a major advantage. I really don't think I'm making it through here, but let's just see how things go. There was a upgrade, and it just went flying off the screen. Just use the clock. Cheese everybody. Frownie Stockholm Syndrome. There's got to be a way to get around those boulders without taking damage. I don't know. What do you think? You think if I play this game long enough, I can get good at it, and I'll start beating it, and then I'll change my tune, and I'll be defending its design as brilliant all the way through? I'd like to meet that future version of Frownie. I'd like to become him. I think if I met him right now, he'd really annoy me, but... we'll see. I'm still here, right on. The thing is, the sub-weapons are tremendously useful, but and if I rely on them really heavily, they make it easy to get through parts, but I don't really want to be able to get through just because I'm spamming sub-weapons all the time. Upgrade! The whip upgrade is so great. And keeping it has got to be mandatory for the speedrun. I don't see how you could get by with a low power whip. I froze the boss, but at an inconvenient height. I don't know what to do about that boulder. Oh yeah, look, we get to keep the whip upgrade too. I I know you can lose the whip upgrade because I have lost it before. I'm not sure what makes it go away though. I think you get to keep it until you die for the first time on a new level or past a new checkpoint. Like if we make it to level 3, we'll get to take the whip over with us, but the first time we lose a life on level 3, the whip will go away, the upgrade. I think that's how it works. It has the same problem though, that only the spike ball does damage. The string does not. So again, if the enemies get inside my range, doesn't matter if I've got an upgrade. I'd already be playing Rocket League. I've actually never played Rocket League. It's like soccer with cars, right? It looks like it makes for a very it looks like it makes for like a very high intensity multiplayer experience. But I don't typically play a lot of multiplayer games. I've always been much more of a solo single player adventure kind of gameplay person. Hey, that's good. No. What was I doing? What was I thinking? I do like the Tetris and Mario and Pac-Man 99 games. And those are multiplayer. But I don't know, they're not really multiplayer, but they're competitive. Because you don't really interact in a very direct way with any other players. It's less like you're playing with other people than like you're all playing the same game at the same time. I remember the Mudmen have to be jumped over. I recall that being the best approach for dealing with them. I think I can just leave this guy in the dust too. Hey, if I freeze the boss in the right way, we might have a chance. I don't know, I've only got one hit. And there it goes. I was so worried last time a bat came flying in from the left. I was so worried about that bat. didn't focus properly on anything else. Oh no. Yeah, if you don't start moving right away, kind of doomed there. I'm taking way too much damage everywhere. I wish the snake would turn into a whole bunch of hearts like in other Castlevanias. There we go. I'm not doing great, but I did, I think, gain a little bit of insight into how to get around the Mudmen a little better. I think I'm having a bit of technical difficulties with the stream. Sorry if there are oddnesses or interruptions for you. It doesn't, I don't know, it looks like my internet may be misbehaving. It is. Well, this isn't good. I'm broadcasting to nobody. Or I might be. I can't tell. It doesn't look on my internet it's working properly, though. I don't know. Anybody in chat, can you see and hear the stream? I don't think I'm live, but I can't really tell. I think I'm not, so I think we're gonna cut. I think we're gonna cut the stream, and I might have to reschedule this. I'm sorry, my friends. This is terribly disappointing. Well, on the off chance you can see and hear me and just are unable to communicate back in my direction, I'd like to tell you I appreciate you being here, even if for so brief a time. I'm going to cut transmission, though, and if my internet comes back in a timely manner, I'll give it another try, but otherwise I'm just going to have to tell you to take care, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Yeah, but we'll just stop here for now, at least. Be well, my friends.